Today's lesson is on asset cost. What do you include? What do you exclude? And if you buy many assets at the same time, how do you allocate the cost? Up until now, we've just told you the asset cost, whatever it was, $60,000, $40,000, and that was all there was to it. But it could be that there's just one bill and that's the total cost of an asset. But there's two other possibilities. One invoice could cover many assets, or one asset could have many bills that you have to add up to get its total cost. So be on alert for that. Here's the situation where you have one invoice and two assets. You paid $450,000 for a building site and a parking lot. Individually, they were appraised at $380,000 and $120,000. Ooh, you got a good deal, didn't you? So how do you spread that $450,000 to the two assets? You're going to allocate the purchase price based on the relative fair market value, so the ratio of their fair market value to the total fair market value purchased. So you take the $380,000 over the $500,000 times the purchase price. That amount goes to the building site. And you do the same thing for the parking lot. Here's the entry to record the purchase. You use those allocated amounts as the cost of those two assets. Okay, freeze the frame. See if you can allocate and record this purchase. So you add them up. You have $4,700,000 of fair market value. You only paid $4,400,000. Got a good deal. And you need to spread that $4,400,000 to those three assets using those relative fair market values. Now you're ready to depreciate those three assets using whatever their lives are. It could be that there are many bills you have to add up to get the cost of a single asset. Here's some sample items that could be included in the cost of an asset. What you don't want to include in the cost of an asset is the cost of operating it. If you make it yourself, you may include labor and material and overhead of the building of it. But never include the cost after you've started to operate it. The cost of repairs, the cost of utilities, the cost of inspecting it every year once it's been started. But there are times after an asset is in use when you might add something to the original cost, and that is if you have extended its life, changed its use, or changed its salvage value. If one of these three things has happened, you do capitalize that repair or betterment. All right, freeze the frame. Tell me which one of these is likely to be capitalized as a repair or betterment. The second, third, and fourth one. The second one increases the life and salvage. The other two change the function. Those were the three criteria. All right, so you have a capital repair. Let's say you've met one of those three criteria. How does it work? Let's do an example together. Let's renovate an office building. Originally cost us $500,000, was going to last 40 years and no salvage. At the beginning of the 16th year, we renovated it. $100,000 was spent. It changed its use because now we have a botanical lab and secured parking. Here's the process. Update the book value, add in the capitalized amount, and refigure depreciation. Okay. Update the book value, so the original depreciation would have been $12,500, 15 years worth. Here is the book value at the end of the 15th year. Then add the $100,000 in and take this new book value over the remaining life of 25 years. There's the depreciation for the last 25 years of this asset's life. Okay, now you try one. Here's a new example. Freeze this frame and see if you can do the process. Updating the book value, adding in the renovation, and then refiguring depreciation. Okay, so 5 years worth of depreciation has already been taken by the end of the 5th year or the beginning of the 6th year. New book value. Add your renovation, your $29,300, to your book value. Then the remaining life is 8 years.